everybody. Welcome to another episode of ZOMPKST. I'm your host, Dave, and this is our special guest, Cole. Cole knows all kinds of stuff, and he's so knowledgeable and so much fun to talk to. So we're going to ask him some crazy questions about weird computer terms. So we're going to ask him like about yak shaving to start with. Cole, can you explain to us what yak shaving is?
Well, to be honest, like
It's not an actual yak, right?
oh yeah, I wasn't
That
really
would
aware
take
of
a
this
long
term.
time to shave.
I wasn't really aware of this term before today. I know I actually heard it like on a few occasions because it did ring a faint bell, but apparently it means to do a lot of like tedious work that's like dependency prerequisite work that you have to do before you can do the thing that you're actually trying to do. And I wish I knew this term because I've been doing a lot of that recently.
We've shaved a lot of yaks.
Yeah.
We've done some yak shaving. I think we've all shaved the yak a few times. So now, how about pebcac?
I enjoy
A
this term.
pebcac. What do you think? Doesn't that sound like a strange thing that you would like bring along in a hiking expedition? You have it in your backpack. You pull the pebcac out.
Yeah, that does sound like
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna need the pebcac.
Yeah, it's what you would like if you're working at like an IT shop.
It's one of those pebcac situations.
Reporting what the issue is to your colleague. You write PEBCAC, PEBKAC, and that means
It's
that
not
the
your
issue-
problem.
The problem with the computer is not the computer. The problem exists between keyboard and chair. That's what it
Problem
refers to.
exists between keyboard and chair. Okay, yeah.
The
I know
proper way to refer to
problem.
that is user error.
Okay,
But,
okay. It sounds like a nice euphemism.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, sir, but the problem is a pebcac. Okay, I've had some pebcac problems. I know. I've been the pebcac.
I've been PEBCAC too, plenty.
Been the pebcac.
Just because like I like feel like I know my way around computers or something, it's because I've been willing to be the PEBCAC many times.
Yeah. So am I being the pebcac?
And just learn the hard way.
Am I the pebcac here? Okay, so zombie children, they exist in your computer, right? They're in your. Do you have zombie children inside your computer?
Yes, unfortunately.
Open it
sometimes.
up and look for the zombie children. Maybe they're lurking in there.
So it refers to child processes.
Okay.
Or our applications or programs basically interchange these terms.
So
but
they're
anyway.
parents in the computer too, right?
Yeah. Whenever a process makes another process start, that's called the parent starting the child process. And a zombie child process is when a child process is made and then it does whatever it's supposed to do, but it essentially freezes. What it's supposed to do is stop running. The operating system can stop concerning itself with the resources it's using or whatever. Like it's not thinking anymore, but it's still like hanging around.
Oh, it's
you
not.
know?
Its brain is dead, basically.
It's brain dead.
It's a brain dead child of the parent. Okay. So an octothorpe is a very fancy term for a hashtag.
I don't know if it's a fancy term. I just like it because I use it out of spite. Because people will get like upset about whether you call it a number sign, a hash sign, or a pound sign. I don't know who coined that term. I can only guess it's octo because it has it's 4 lines, but they have 8 ends. That's my
Sounds like
guess.
something that
And
is,
I don't know what thort means.
Yeah, sounds like something a zombie child thought of. So shebang.
Shebang! Yeah. That's where you put it at the start of like script files, like on Linux, I think.
And that's an octothorpe with an exclamation mark. We're just making up all kinds of words here.
It's something that the operating system checks for when it's running an executable file to check if it's actually like a script file or just what Linux will do is when it reads the shebang, it'll then read after it and it'll point to a binary file that it can run. So
Does it
usually
say shebang? Shebang! I
it-
can run the file now.
Who knows?
Shebang.
Who knows what's going on in the kernel's head? It points to a file that can interpret the code. Usually, you'll see a shebang with env bin bash. That's just the bash shell interpreter.
Wait, there's a bash?
Yeah.
There's a shebang and then there's a big bash?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That sounds like fun. Okay. Collecting the garbage.
Garbage collection is when you write some code and it does some stuff with some data. And then it's done with that data.
And then you take the garbage out.
Yeah.
Time to take out the garbage.
So when you have a set of data in memory that you need to work with, that's going to take up a part of the memory, like a portion of it. But then once you're done with it, I want to free up this space for the operating system to then work on with something else. Because if you don't do that before you know it, you use up all the RAM and the computer just ceases completely.
So you collect that garbage.
It's called a memory leak, by the way.
A memory leak?
A memory leak.
All right, so a hot spare.
I love hot spares.
A hot spare.
So that's when you create a system and you have modules of some kind in it. Let's say a NAS, a network attached storage device. It'll have a bunch of hard drives in it. At some point, inevitably, one of those drives is going to fail.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So what you do is you add in an extra drive that doesn't do anything yet. It's plugged in, okay. It's powered up, it's running. You're not using it yet.
Right.
But when the NAS is running and it tries to read or write some data to the drive and it detects an error and it sees that something's wrong.
Error. Oh,
yeah.
No. Error.
It decides that, okay, I'm going to stop using that drive and I'm going to switch over to using the hot spare.
Okay.
It can do that immediately in reaction.
Hot spare right there.
And then it's hot spare right there. That should be a tagline for some company. Yeah.
Magic numbers.
I wish I could give you a good
magic numbers
explanation for what magic numbers are.
Okay,
it's very broad.
Cafe Babe is a hexadecimal magic number.
That's an example of a magic number that's meant to be used for ease of being able to find it. It's a recognizable number.
Okay, so I'm looking through these numbers and I see 3, 1 or something, or 5 or 6 or whatever, 2, A, 2, and I recognize that because that's a number. Okay, so that's a magic number, but it's not a number for math. And somebody else might look at that magic number and say, why?
Because it's not meant to be used for anything other than just being able to spot it.
It's not for math. It's not for anything else. So they'll look at it and say, what in the world? It must be a magic number.
Yeah, because it doesn't explain itself.
Yeah, it's just magic, yeah. So computers can eat slabs. Right?
Yes, I guess so.
Yum. Yeah. Just put that slab in here and it'll digest it, right?
Start that instead of the byte. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah.
That's a 12-bit.
It's a 12-bit number.
Now, if they're going to take a byte, but they only take half a byte.
That's a nibble.
That's a nibble.
Yeah.
Okay, and if they want to take in a lot, they take in a chomp.
Yeah.
Which is 18 bits.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder how serious these computer sciences were.
Wine is an acronym that has wine in it.
That's called a recursive acronym, and they annoy the crap out of me.
So it's wine stands for wine is not an emulator.
Indeed, yeah, wine is not an emulator. What wine is a compatibility layer to enable Windows applications to run on Linux operating systems.
And it's not an emulator.
And it's not an emulator.
But it's like an emulator.
Because what an emulator does is it simulates everything. You take the Windows code, you run Windows, like you can run like VirtualBox, and that will, okay, that's not technically an emulator either, it's virtualization, but let's just say I emulate the processor. I have that emulator processor run Windows code and create a whole Windows environment.
Machine, it's all running. It's all there.
That's an emulator. It just simulates everything completely. That's an emulator. Wine is not an emulator because it's not a full Windows environment. It doesn't use
wine, and we'll forget about all the other stuff.
it doesn't use it
Just a
doesn't
little bit of wine.
it doesn't use Windows code at all. Instead,
You
it
need
just
the Windows code.
it just translates system calls in the form that
We'll just translate a little bit.
yeah.
And then whatever, just a little thing you need, just patch this and do a little bit of this and that, and forget about all that other stuff.
It's doing the bare minimum to translate the system calls from Windows form into Linux form. So you run Windows a Windows application. It sends out system calls to the operating system. Wine intercepts those and translates them into something that Linux can work with, and vice versa for whenever Linux replies back to the software that you're running.
All right, so GNU is not Unix, but GNU has GNU in it. It's another acronym that has its own thing in the
Yeah, and
explanation. GNU stands for GNU's not Unix.
I don't know if there was like an original form of that it was just like changed from, because that happens. I know that happened with PHP. That's another recursive acronym, by the way, and it irritates the crap out of me.
It's got itself in the acronym.
Yeah, but setting that aside for a moment, GNU is a set of like applications that you can run on your Linux PC or Windows PC. You can compile them to run on Windows too. We'll stop you.
Is it old?
Huh?
Is it old? Has this been around for a while?
I mean, like, shoot, I think it was like, I'm not sure if it was 70s or 80s.
So it's not new. It's not GNU.
It's not new. Yeah, it's not new. I can tell you that one.
GNU is old. Okay. How about this? Foobar.
Okay, that's just like a placeholder, like pair of words that people will use in their code to test things, like magic numbers. Sometimes, it'll often be like variable names, file names, stuff like that. You just need something to test your code with.
Okay, and Foobar is a military term.
I believe so. Yeah. And it's an acronym that means fouled up beyond all recognition.
Okay, so now we can hop aboard a rocket ship by pressing the equal sign and the greater than on the keyboard. Will it do something? What does it do? Does it send you somewhere?
I don't really know. I think it's just for the appearance of it, and it's not like necessarily specific to any programming language. Like if it does do something specific, I don't know, other than I just recognize it as greater than or equal.
All right, well, this has been greater than I could have ever imagined. This has been a lot of fun. We have explored some stuff that I would not have sunk my brain down into otherwise if it wasn't so much fun, and it's been fun listening to your very enlightening explanations. So thank you, Cole. Thank you for being with us. And this has been ZOMPKST. And we'll see you next time.